Well, just who is Johnny Behan, and what connection does he have to Prescott, Whiskey Row, the Herbst, Doc Holliday, and the OK Corral? Well, quite a lot, actually. In most movies depicting even a close approximation of the facts, we see the sheriff of Tombstone, that would be Johnny Behan, attempting to stop the Earps and Doc Holliday from confronting the Clantons and McLaurys. To fully understand this connection, we need to go back in time just a little. John Harris Behan, born October 24, 1844, was the sheriff of Cochise County, Arizona during the gunfight at the OK Corral, and was known for his opposition to the Earps. Behan was also sheriff of Yavapai County from 1871 to 1873. That's the county in which Prescott resides. He was married, he had 2 children, but his wife divorced him, accusing him of consorting with prostitutes. In 1875, when Behan's wife Victoria filed for divorce, she complained that Behan, quote, at divers times and places openly and notoriously visited houses of ill fame and prostitution at said town of Prescott. Well, Johnny did not contest any of the allegations that were made by his wife and ended up paying $16.16 a month in child support. At this point, the Behans only had 1 child. The other had tragically passed away. Well, Behan didn't restrict his extramarital liaisons to paid arrangements. Throughout his life, he had sexual relationships with numerous women, including the wives of friends and business partners. He was a very busy man. Well, Behan was also somewhat a politician. He was elected to the 7th Arizona Legislative Assembly, representing Yavapai County, in 1873. On September 28, 1874, Behan was nominated as sheriff at the Democratic Convention in Yavapai County. He spent 35 days campaigning. When he got back, he lost that election. Well, it's time to meet Sadie Marcus, also known as Josephine Marcus. Some accounts state that Sadie Marcus ran away from her parents' home in San Francisco in 1874 and traveled to Prescott, Arizona. She was part of an entertainment troupe that put on more than a dozen performances from December 1879 through February 1880. The city of Prescott, according to all accounts, fell in love with the troupe, and they stayed for nearly 6 months. Behan met Josephine in San Francisco several years earlier and asked that she meet him in Tombstone, where he was then sheriff. She left Prescott in October and made her way to Tombstone. In the movie Tombstone, we see her arriving in a stagecoach and attracting the attention of Wyatt Earp. When Johnny Behan left Prescott and went on down to Tombstone, and somehow finagled his way into being appointed sheriff of Cochise County if no one opposed him. Well, in a backroom deal with Wyatt Earp, Behan promised Wyatt a position as Cochise County undersheriff if only Wyatt would not oppose him in his appointment. Well, Behan took office in his new position in the county seat of Tombstone, but he reneged on the deal with Wyatt, appointing a prominent Democrat and friend, Harry Wood, instead. Well, Wyatt was upset. Sometime during 1881, Sadie arrived home to find Behan in bed with the wife of a friend of theirs. She kicked Behan out of their home that was built with her father's money. I guess old habits are hard to break. After the shootout and the vendetta which followed, Wyatt traveled to San Francisco and found Josephine. They formed a bond that lasted for the next 46 years, until Wyatt's death in 1929. Behan was arrested for graft and corruption. He failed to win re-election as sheriff, you think? He later was appointed as a warden of Yuma Territorial Prison until large sums of money began to vanish. One reporter said that he thought Behan was on the wrong side of the bars. He then had various other government jobs until his death in 1912.